Hello, welcome back to LK Tuition. My name's Lucas and today we're going to be looking at substitution. So I've got a lovely football image for you here to the idea that one player comes off, the other goes on, and that's the same with what we're doing with algebra. We're taking out a letter and replacing it with a number. Alright, so let's just have a quick introduction and then we'll look at some letters. So substitution is when you put in a number instead of a letter in algebra. So for example, you might want to know the value of t equals 3v plus 4 when v is 2. And you would simply substitute the v for a 2 and then see what comes out. So instead of v, we've got 3 times 2 plus 4. And then that's going to be 3 times 2 is 6. And 6 plus 4 is 10. So if we did another one, so for example, we might want to do a separate one where v is 3 this time. So t is going to be 3 brackets, well, v is 3 plus 4, and then 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 plus 4 is 13. And that's the whole point of using letters, is the fact that you can have loads of different values for that number, and then you can put stuff in when you need it. Okay, so let's just try a few questions then. So let z equal 10 minus 3x. What is the value of z when x is 1, 3 and minus 5? So feel free to pause the video, have a crack at them yourself, but otherwise we shall do them together. Okay, so z is 10 minus 3x and x is 1 for the first question. So z is going to be 10 minus 3 times 1. Well, 3 times 1 is just 3, so this is going to be 10 minus 3, which is 7. Okay, the next one, we want to do the same, but for 3. So z is going to equal 10 minus 3 times 3, which is 10 minus, well, 3 times 3 is 9, and 10 minus 9 is 1. And then number 3, we want to put in minus 5. So z is going to be 10 minus, 10 minus 3 times minus 5. And then we end up with, so that is 10. Now minus 3 times minus 5 is plus 15. And 10 plus 15 is 25. Okay. Let's have a look at a few more examples. So this time we're given all the values first and we've got different formulas. So if A equals 2, B equals 4, C equals 7 and D equals minus 6, find the values of the following. So the first one is AB. Well, that's just A times B. So that is going to be 2 times 4 because A is 2 and B is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. Next one, c squared plus 3d. So this is going to be, well, c is 7, so this is 7 squared plus 3d. Well, d is minus 6. Now 7 squared is 49. And 3 times minus 6 is minus 18. And then 49 minus 18 is 31. Okay, and then the last one, we've got a complicated one. We've got minus cd over the square root of b plus half of a. Okay, well, let's just shove these numbers in then. So this is minus 7 times d, which is minus 6, over the square root of b, which is 4, plus half of a, which is 2. Okay, so let's start working on this then. So minus 7 times minus 6 is going to be plus 42, divided by the square root of 4 is 2, plus half of 2 is 1. So this is just going to be 42 divided by 2 is 21, and 21 plus 1 is 22. Okay, so let's finish off with a couple of worded examples. So the first one is that Mo and his friends want to hire segways for the year 11 prom. Right, okay. A grand entrance. The cost of hiring segways are given by the formula C equals N brackets 8H plus 20. where N is the number of segways hired and H is the hours hired for. What would be the cost if 3 friends wanted to hire segways for 4 hours? Okay, well the cost is going to be, well, N is the number of people, so we've got 3 friends, so N is going to be 3, brackets, 8, H is the hours, which is 4, plus 20. Okay, and then we just want to solve this, so this is 3 brackets, 8 times 4 is 32, plus 20, so this is 3 times 32 plus 20 is 52, and 52 times 3 is 156, so it's going to cost £156. Okay, and then the final question. Amy is a weather presenter and needs to convert degrees, from Celsius to Fahrenheit using the formula F equals 1.8C plus 32. Okay, part A says, what is the value of F when C is 10? Okay, so let's do that one then. So F is going to be 1.8 times C, but C is 10, plus 32. Now 1.8 times 10 is 18, and 18 plus 32 is 50, so that's going to be 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, B, what is the value of C when F is 41? Okay, so this time F is 41, so we've got 41 is 1.8 C plus 32. Then if we solve it, so let's take away the 32 from both sides, you're going to end up with 9 here is 1.8 C, and then divide, you might notice the 1.8 times 5 would give you 9, so C is 5. Okay, so this is telling you when it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit is the same as 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then finally, a bit of a trickier one. We've got, at what temperature are the degrees the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit? So we want them to be the same. So instead of F and C, let's just call them the same. Let's say they're both X, for example. So here we've got X equals 1.8x plus 32. Okay, now let's get the x's on both sides. So let's take away this 1x from here. So we're going to get 0 on the left equals 0.8x plus 32. So then we take away the 32, we're going to get minus 32 equals 0.8x. And then we want to divide by 0.8x. Well, if we think 32 is in the 8 times table, so 4 8s would be 32. So 40 0.8s would be 32. So x is going to be not 40, but because we've got a minus 32, it's going to be minus 40. Okay, so at that temperature, the degrees is the same as Fahrenheit. So minus 40 degrees centigrade is the same as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. That was a bit more of a tricky question. It was kind of a bit of algebra, a bit of solving, x's on both sides. That was a bit more of a challenge, that last question. But hopefully you feel more confident with substitution. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been LK Tuition, and I'll see you soon for some more maths videos.